Hi, my name is Timothy Jones, and once again, we are doing Before the Curtain Goes Up. And this time, I'm not doing it just before the curtain goes up. This is a couple days before the curtain goes up, which is nice. And I'm here with the delightfully talented and wonderful Suzanne Ristic. Hello, Suzanne.
Hey, David. Thank
Yay.
you for having us,
No
me.
worries. Well, you got this crazy show, this original show, Driving Me Crazy. Is that, am I saying the title right?
Yep, absolutely. Driving me
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, yeah.
Now,
I'm excited.
this is a show that you wrote with Linda Carson. How did that come about?
Well, we've been in the process of writing this for like 7 years. So 7 years ago, we had a little writing club around my kitchen table in North Vancouver with Eileen Barrett, Jacques Lalonde, Jay Brazo, Linda, and myself. And I brought in about 3 scenes involved with driving in our car and the dynamics between my husband and myself and my children and myself. And Linda had an idea about a driving show percolating in her brain for a couple of years because her mother had her license taken away, and that created an entire crisis of confidence for her mom. And Linda thought there was a show there. And then she asked me to join up with her. And so we started, this crazy adventure.
So was this now? Do are both of your mothers alive? Are both of your mothers
No,
like?
my mother's been deceased since 1990, but
Oh,
Linda's is still alive. She's about 93 now or something.
wow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so is this a
Thank
little bit based on true facts? Like you would go, oh, I remember one thing that happened with my mother, and then like and then it was a combination of real stuff and then stuff that you went, well, this will be dramatic.
Yeah, definitely a combination of true life experiences. But Linda's mother is Linda's mother. My mother does not come into this play at all.
Okay.
Yeah, no. But certainly my husband and my kids and Linda's kids, and yeah, we're definitely all in there.
So you're
Yeah.
mining it for life. And Linda, of course, has experience with that with the Mums of Word show, where she mined her
Yeah.
entire life. Were you ever in the Mums of Word show?
Never, no,
Oh,
no, I
oh,
wasn't. But I got to enjoy it from the sidelines there. Yeah.
over and over and over again. It's such a great show. Now, how did Nicola Cavendish get involved? Because, of course, she's, as they say, a Vancouver treasure for good reason. How did she suddenly get involved?
We are so lucky. Well, because Roy is directing, and she and Roy are very good friends. And I've heard a rumor that she will only work with Roy. She hasn't been on stage in about 5 or 6 years. Yeah. So,
Wow. So,
and also I think she needed distraction because of she's had some heavy losses in her life recently, and this hopefully will help her. Yeah.
nice. I say to my students, because I teach acting at the Vancouver Film School, I say sometimes when you're going through crisis, stepping into somebody else's shoes for a little bit just gives you a little reprieve that allows you to re-energize your brain to go back to the grief with a new perspective, right? So,
Yeah. Well, that's lovely. And I hope that happens for her. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Now, what you're almost ready to go. Now, there's songs in this show too. So, like, were you just throwing everything at the wall, going, "What sticks?" There's
Oh my God, David, that's so true. We have thrown everything at the wall. Yeah. But I have to tell you that over the 7 years, if it weren't for the play readings that we were lucky enough to have been invited to do, we would never have been able to workshop this play. And it was only through those readings that we got feedback that helped us, throw everything at it. Yeah. And
right.
then mine it down. Yeah.
Now, you did
But
like 7 different readings for 7 different companies.
yeah, has it been that many?
It
But
was a lot.
yeah, quite a few. Yeah. Yeah. And each one helped move the play forward in some way, and sometimes move the play backward. But
Right.
finally, I really owe a huge debt of gratitude to Jay. He'll hate me for mentioning this, but I think he took us off a kind of arty track onto a more mainstream approach to the play.
Right. Because I mean, I'm sure it's got very heavy moments, and certainly Nicola Cavendish as an actress has proven herself in the past of being able to walk the fine line between intense drama and hysterical comedy. So you got heaviness in the show, but you were like, but we also want to look at the ridiculousness of life.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. A lot of comedy in it, and then some heavier, heavier moments.
Right.
This is a great Father's Day show. We're performing on Father's Day, June 19th, and we have performances leading up to Father's Day. So if you're struggling for a gift idea for your dad, you should bring him to see this.
What's your favorite part about being in this show? Is it the fact that you go, I helped write this, or is it that I get to do a scene with like this with Brian Linz or with Nicola Cavendish? What's the part that just makes you go, yay?
Well, I think the challenge, like yesterday, we have a very difficult first part of the first scene, and I really came off there feeling like the whole gang was in the trenches together, and there was this amazing bonding going on between all five of us, and that just filled me with a lot of love. Yeah.
Nice having community come together.
Yeah.
How wonderful. Now you have you're opening next week or at the end of this week? No, next week, 7th.
Yeah, I believe. Oh God, I think it's
What does it say?
Our preview June. Oh God, I think it's open June 9th. June 9th. Thank you.
So we're not even in June yet, so you're fine. I think we'll be in June tomorrow, but we're not right now. We're not. So just to finish off, what would be you get like I'll give you a couple moments to think about it. You have to do a pitch to people. You have to say, here's why you have to see it, and you can't say it's good for you or it's good for the whole family. So you have to find another way to pitch this show with those restrictions. So you give a little thought. You're going to have the final word. Well, actually, I'll say the final word, but their final word. Yeah.
Can I just add that we really need people to come to our opening night fundraiser?
Oh, yes. When is that?
It'll be June 9th. We're not comping the show because we had to drop a show. So we're really hoping people will be willing to spend $20 for the fundraiser. There's a draw, a raffle, hot dogs afterwards.
Right, because putting on theater is not cheap.
No.
And you try to get as much support as possible, but sometimes you do have to go, look, we need you to buy a ticket.
But the reason to see this show is you will recognize yourself in it. I think you will recognize an aspect of yourself. If you've driven a car, if you've been driven by someone in a car, you'll know what's going on in this show.
Fantastic. Well, Suzanne, I hope we get a lot of people out to your fundraiser on June 9th. Everyone buy a ticket to go see the show on that day. If you're a member of the community, you're not getting a comp, you gotta buy a ticket.
I'm sorry.
No, that's great, Suzanne. I hope it's a huge hit. I know it will be. You got a great cast. Thank you so much.
Well, and thank you, David. This was such an honor, and this means a lot to us. It will help so much. Thank you.